Average people negotiate. I don't.
Flexible and adapt. You're building the muscle either way. You're either building the muscle that says, I do what I say, I keep the commitments that I make, or you're building the muscle that says, I make excuses. I don't do what I say. I can't be counted on, right? And so when we think about discipline, it's really about like what promises are you going to keep? And the tricky thing is you're keeping promises to yourself that nobody even knows that you made.
Discipline is kind of the gateway drug to everything else in authority. And it's the gateway to composure, for sure. But getting your discipline modified is one of the fastest ways to make everything else change.
And how do I fix my discipline if I'm an ill-disciplined person?
Understanding what discipline is the most critical element.
Do y'all know discipline ain't supposed to feel good? It is something very, 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 very uncomfortable. And when I changed my name to Mr. Lock-In 5 years ago, it was because I was so dialed in on everything that I never was dialed in on and locked in on being the greatest and the best me that it made people around me uncomfortable. I don't think that discipline is something that's supposed to be beautiful, cute. It's rather very ugly. But ugly things have beautiful endings. I stepped in today's session with the mindset of Daryl, everything has to click right now. You have no time to waste, none whatsoever. We 9 weeks out, you know. You have no time to waste. The best thing for you to do is execute at a high level right now. You execute at a high level, nobody will be able to beat you. You will beat the person that had the aches, the pains, the off days, the failed benches, the failed squats, the failed deadlifts. You're going to beat that person. And the only way you're going to beat them is by being disciplined. Disciplined enough to know that you showing up is 100% better than not showing up. Squats felt so good. I remember who I was and what I was supposed to do and why I'm doing it. Sometimes we lose track of that. And losing track of that sometimes in life can really put a damper on like everything around you. And it seems like nothing is working. My top set of 440. 440 was the weight that I had to do for regionals and the meet before. And it's basically an enemy of mine. And why I say an enemy, because I had that for 2 meets and I never understood why. And it bothered me, it plagued me for a while. So every time I step under the bar under this, I treat it like it's nothing. Like I treat it like nothing, with total disgust, with total disregard. I don't think of it as, oh, it's 440. I think of it as something that hurt me in the past, something that wanted to hold me down. But the thing is, and the difference is, I'm here to pick it up. There's nothing that can stop me. I done added 120, 130 pounds just to my squat, 50 pounds to my bench, 60 pounds to my bench, roughly 30, 40 pounds to my deadlift. You know, that's discipline. You do the math and you tell me. You tell me. So bench has always been something that I always loved. It was just something that I always did before I squatted or deadlifted. I just always wanted to deadlift because I seen Larry Wheels deadlifting and I seen Russ Ori deadlifting and I seen all the other powerlifters deadlifting. I'm like, damn, maybe I'm strong, you know? But bench has been clicking to the point where it's like, right now, I don't want to be a performative lifter. And I learned that from a lot of the powerlifters that's been that had meets. I talked to a lot of the elite powerlifters, man, and I watched them do things in the gym that they couldn't execute on the platform. So, am I sandbagging? No, it's not that. I'm really holding myself back, saving myself, from things like I didn't hit 530 twice, just this block. there's no reason for me to overdo anything right now. Bench, the most I ever benched was 380. So, am I really worried about anything? No, because bench, it clicks. Because with bench, you have to know how to warm up, when to warm up, and the jumps that you have to take. When it comes to the 3 lifts, there is no feeling good. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be here to tell you, there is no feeling good. When people say, "Oh, I feel good," it means like it's clicking. Everything is clicking. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's what it means. Everything clicking. That person might be sore, might be fatigued, any of that, but everything is clicking. Bar path, leg drive, positioning, all that is clicking. So it make it feel better. That's what they mean. I just failed 330 Monday. And I'm telling you this, I'm 100% transparent with you guys. I want you guys to know this. I never failed 330. Never, ever. So that was a first. And it kind of plagued my mind because I'm like, that's not even my heaviest bench ever. Like, not in his last 9 months. It's not my heaviest bench. So I'm wondering, why did that even happen? And I wasn't strong that day. You know, people are going to come up with a Fatingo, all these names. Bro, when you miss a lift, you're just not strong on a day. We gotta keep it what it is. Like, I'm so disciplined, I know what it is. There is no gray areas when it comes to stuff. So yeah, I loaded that back up because I just spotoed 374 and 380. So I said, why not just, I listen to Joe Bornstein on his week 3. He brings down the volume. Well, not the volume, but the weight, on things, but keep the intensity high. So I said, yeah, just keep it here. Because I want to save for week 4. I want to perform at my best for week 4. So when we go into the next block, we have a solid, foundation on where we really going to be. So it's like an unspoken truth, and we smoked it. I got a little, and I think it's because I kind of moved a little bit, on some nervous shit, but that's what it was. So deadlifts. Shout out to Gabe, bro. He gave me cues on when it came to deadlift. So my thing was just taking my time and really locking in. Like, once I locked in, it was like everything just felt 100% better. So taking my time and really, like, them hamstrings, that butt and that upper back got to be on point. If you know, you can't have them 3 cannot be weak, and you got to know how to leg press through the floor. Unfortunately, I'm not a sumo deadlifter, and I have none against sumo deadlifters. I'm conventional, so I have no room for error. People say sumo, you can't make error. Well, I beg to differ. I could breathe or brace the wrong way into my belt, and it won't come off the ground. So yeah. But I've been talking to myself with a lot of self-talk lately, and reassuring myself. Rewiring my brain to let it know, like, Daryl, you got this. Come on. Like, lock the fuck in. You done did this 100 fucking times. Like, the jumps that I take on, like, deadlifts, I do 2 plates, 2 reds, 3 reds, 4 reds. Then a last warm-up, it could be a blue or a yellow, and then my top set. So I got comfortable with 573 that I just been doing it for, like, my 4th warm-up. That's just something I do now. So I really been shoulders over the bar just slightly, pull up, sit back, hinge when we standing up. That's just exactly where I'm at when it comes to this. Like, your arms are just anchors. When I heard that, your arms are just anchors, they're just anchors. See where I'm supposed to be, my hip height, and then go from there. Get a nice calm before the storm, brace into the belt, boom, yank up, stand up. That's how I go every time I deadlift. Speaking on injuries and stuff like that, bro, if you're not disciplined, an injury could fucking make or break you. I'm going to be 100% honest with you. And you have to make that decision on which one is it going to do. Because injuries plagued me for the last, this whole off season. Like, it done plagued me, all type of stuff. But I swear, bro, like, I done did my best work. Fucked up. You know what I mean? One thing that you gotta learn how to do is work around things, You're not gonna have a good day, bad day, great days all the time. And when you do, you take advantage of it to the point where you could live to do another good day. You get what I'm saying? or have a good block, you know. Good blocks to me are fucking, I don't think they're good because it's an idea and it's data for like, yeah, everything is going right, but you will never know where you really are until stuff starts going wrong. Do you understand that? You will never know who you are or where you are until stuff start going wrong. When stuff started going wrong this prep, I promise I didn't get discouraged. I swear I didn't. I just worked harder. I worked on all my weak points. I did this, I did that. I paid attention to stuff that I wasn't paying attention to. My warm-ups, missing this, missing that, doing this, not eating right, not sleeping right. I paid attention to things that I know could make things 100% worse. So when I paid attention to those things, it made everything better. Quads was being neglected in a way where I think because I'm just squatting a lot, that's helping. No, it's not helping enough. I need that volume from leg extensions, you know, Bulgarians, seated hamstring curls, you know, like certain things. Like, yes, I could pendulum 1,000 pounds, but is it worth doing 1,000 pounds? And my quads are still weak. So when I'm digging out the hole from a deadlift or a squat, it's harder, it's rougher, you know. I want to be able to position myself with have my hips right underneath my shoulders, so when I'm squatting or I'm deadlifting, I'm strong. You know, when your body get bigger, yes, you have to have a wider stance. But due to me not being 220, I don't need to have a super wide stance or a stance to put my hips in a predicament to where they're like, oh, we got to flex this way. Yeah, underneath my shoulders is good. So yeah, that's enough of that. But accessories. When it comes to accessories, I push them. I push them extremely hard. I do them to the point where it's like they don't have no choice but to grow. I didn't grow. I didn't cut up. I didn't ate right. I didn't did so much stuff these last couple of months, man, that it's key. It's literally key. And your diet is everything. Dieting and sleeping will do some things that you never thought they could do. But you have to be disciplined. I can't take you to the water and make you drink the water. You have to want to do it yourself. So, like I said, discipline is key when it comes to anything. If you don't have no discipline, you won't see the results that I made or that you see your favorite influencer or bodybuilder or powerlifter making. You won't see stuff because you're not disciplined enough. Discipline carries over into your sessions. It carries over into your life. It carries over into areas where you need it the most, where you lacking this or you lacking that. So like I said, discipline has gave me the mindset of the unbeatable man. You could put me in the dark. I'm the light in the dark. You understand that? You could put me anywhere. I'm going to survive. That's the problem. And if you know how to operate in chaos and you know how to be calm when things are not going at your way, you will win eventually. You will win eventually. So discipline is that. Discipline is that thing that's can't nobody see. But when it's time for it to show up, if you did everything according, you did everything you're supposed to, you crossed everything off the list, everything will click. You know, this is just part of it. We have more work to do. We not done. We still got roughly 2 months, you know, and all I can say is for anybody out there that think that you can't, give yourself 30 days. 30 days of no distractions. I promise you will thank me later. Like, you will genuinely thank me later. Don't give up on yourself. Don't be too hard on yourself. Start doing some hard things. Start doing things alone. Start doing things by yourself. If you stay disciplined, I promise you will thank me 5 years from now. Because 5 years ago, if you told me I will be where I am right now, I would have said no. So if you need motivation, you are already lost. Later.